recording needed saving. I heard, I could feel the hurt in my voice when I was listening to it, and the words that I was using. I was so little. I could hear how little I was and how, afraid. And the fact that I thought I was going to be in trouble was in my voice. Yeah, that happened, and he touched me here. It was just really innocent kind of sounding, and I felt really bad for that little girl.
A South Florida billionaire once nominated as one of the nation's most eligible bachelors is free on bond after being arrested on prostitution charges.
After being charged, Epstein was booked into the Palm Beach County Jail and was released a short time later on a $3,000 bond. Barry Krischer did not respond to ABC News' request for comment, but we've learned that how this case was handled by his office is currently under investigation by the state of Florida.
The way this investigation was handled was deemed to be so unusual, so different, that it is now being investigated.
And last summer, Krischer issued his sole statement on the Jeffrey Epstein case, defending the actions of his office at the time, saying that the case was brought to a grand jury and it returned the single charge. But in the statement, Krischer also points a finger at another office, the one that would later make a sweetheart deal with Epstein that spared him from a potentially lengthy prison sentence, the U.S. Attorney's Office. That twist, and how we all came to know about it, would change everything, and we'll get into that in later episodes. But in the meantime, Michael Reiter had seen enough. As Epstein's charge of solicitation was pending and he'd be allowed to remain out of jail during the court process, Reiter decided to write another letter, this time directly to the victims and their families. Reiter was blunt in saying that he thought justice had not been served by the grand jury charge, and he told them that he had decided to refer the case to the FBI.
We kept investigating it all the way up till the Monday morning when we found in the newspaper that Epstein was indicted in the state case and had turned himself in, and we turned the case over to the FBI.
From then on, the case would be in the FBI's hands. Once again, our lead reporter, James Hill.
So you walk out of that first lengthy meeting with the federal authorities feeling how?
Feeling that this was going to be resolved, with a high level of confidence that the FBI and the United States Attorney would treat this the way that it needed to be treated, and he would be prosecuted. So we were very confident. And when they heard the way it was handled in state court, mainly by reading that in the paper, they told us, of course, this is not enough.
For more than a year, the FBI would investigate and uncover even more victims. Some who lived in other states, even other countries. Some who say they had been abused many years earlier. And some who say all of this could have been prevented if someone, anyone, had just listened.
If the FBI had listened to me in 1996 when I called them and gave them all the details about the perpetrators and their crimes up to that point, if they had listened at all and cared, there would have been no more victims. I gave them everything they needed to know.
That's next time on Truth and Lies, Jeffrey Epstein. Truth and Lies, Jeffrey Epstein is a production of the ABC News Investigative Unit and ABC Audio. Written and hosted by me, Mark Remillard. Produced and edited by Kate McAuliffe. Reporting for this podcast is led by senior producer James Hill. Additional reporting by producers Pete Madden, Caitlin Fulmer, and Chris Francescani. Associate producer is Emily Rachowski. Additional production assistance by Hallie Frager, Prithvi Takei, Kate Holland, and Caroline Highland. Mixing and scoring by Evan Viola. Special thanks to Terry Lickstein, Josh Cohan, Lauren Efron, Stacia Deshishku, and Sandy Evans. Cindy Galley is our Chief of Investigative Projects, and Chris Vlasto is our Senior Executive Producer.